Alright, so I don't know if you watched the part one. You're not missing out on anything. It's just a little bit of commentary from me only. Like, talking about why my upload schedule is the way it is and stuff. So, even though this is part two, it's actually the real thing. I'm actually getting into some commentary on this dick-ass. So, it is currently at 5.5 minutes in. That's because up until this point, they're just doing like the formalities. They're going over paperwork. He's signing documents. Blah, blah, blah. It's boring. You're not missing out on anything. So, with that, let's get into it.
And we could probably just kind of start with what happened this evening. I looked at some of the texts. There's several pages. The text between you and the young female. Can you just tell me what kind of happened from your standpoint tonight? You're in, I assume, a home in Brookline.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or do it very successfully. This is super quiet. I can barely hear it. So what's happening is I'm doing this on my phone, and every time I'm recording, the audio is quieter. But normally I can hear it still. I can barely hear this. I have it right up to my ear and can barely hear it. So, yeah. I hope this doesn't get effed up too much for me.
And you're corresponding with this younger girl.
Yeah, I was just looking to meet her, and I know you're not going to believe me, but I honestly was not planning on having sex with her. I knew the text.
Here we go. This dickhead's still going on with that bullshit, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna meet up with her and just talk to her. I didn't plan on having sex with her.
Motherfucker, you took a goddamn Cialis or something before you walked in. You're sitting there at the table with a boner while you're talking to Chris Hansen. I don't know if he had the boner, but he had the Cialis on him. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't have plans on doing that. Really? You just carry that for no reason? Then again, that is the retarded excuses these morons always use.
Oh, I always have Cialis on me.
Yeah, what do you need that for?
You never know when you need a hard dick.
And this guy's such a douche, too, because, like, he stays like a dickhole the whole entire time. Like, I get it if he's a dickhole when he first met Nervous Nelly. Okay, fine. You know, he's trying to put on a show, have some swag for her. What's up, baby girl? Man, I'm here to tear your ass up. Yeah. And then when Chris walks in, though, he should have switched that complete 180. Nope. Just keeps up, man. Who the fuck are you, huh? Hey, Cole, you want some of this pizza? Not good. More for me, motherfucker. I'm gonna drink my orange juice with it, because that makes sense. And it's like, bro, calm your dick down. You don't even know who this guy is right now, and you're just gonna keep the dickhole attitude up? And now, he's been arrested, he's hanging out with a cop, and he's still being a total cock. You know, from what I understand from the chat log, this motherfucker's got a tiny dick. How is the smallest part of his body defining him as an individual? How is that? You know what I mean? Tiny dick, but somehow he himself is a huge dick. Like, what in the hell, bro?
Talk about that, but it's talk. I mean, I wasn't planning on having sex with her unless it was bright and legal to do it. I don't know if I would have or not either, but I was not going to do
What do you
it.
mean by right and legal to do?
No, I mean, if I, she seemed like somebody, you know, that was mature and, you know, somebody that, you know.
I mean, in all fairness to this moron, he is on the right track. She technically is someone who's mature, because he was talking to, what's that woman's name? I don't know. She's the one sitting there with the flak jacket on, though. Which, why is she sitting there wearing a flak jacket? That is way over the top. What do you think's going to happen? There's 15,000 layers of security to begin with, and you're saying, oh my god, something could happen. These guys are coming in to fuck. They're thinking with their dicks. Like, what are you so worried about? What, you don't want to be blasted with, some man sauce and mayonnaise?
I need this flak jacket just in case one of them horn dogs is coming in and he's just ready to go.
Like, But anyhow, he was probably actually talking to her, and she's like a, full-on adult. I don't know her age, maybe upper 30s, low 40s, mid 40s, I don't know. So, yeah, when he says mature, you are technically right. And also, I mean, obviously Nervous Nelly is technically of age as well. What is she, 18, 19, somewhere around there? I wouldn't really call that mature. You're still kind of immature. That age is a high school hangover. For me, I graduated at 17, but it's not out of the realm of reality, whatever way I want to phrase this, for some people, a lot of people, to graduate at 18. So, I mean, 18, 19, you're not really mature. You're just out of high school. But still, I mean, in comparison to what was he going for, a 12-year-old? I guess a 19 compared to a 12-year-old would seem advanced. And then, that's another thing too, this dickhead keeps saying, yeah, I'm just going to talk. She was just cool to talk to. It's like, bro, there's a difference between talking and showing up, just like Chris always says. If you were just talking, it would have stayed online. That's as far as it would have went. No, you came, and you clearly made it clear what you were coming for. You weren't just coming to, hey, let's talk in person. No, you're like, oh, when's your mom not home?
Sweet. That means I can jam my dick in your ear? Nice.
That would be fun to hang out with. And so I wanted to meet her and find out if she was what I thought she was.
Actually, he says I wanted to meet her and find out if who she was is who she was, whatever his dumb way to phrase it was. Too many was's going on there. But, I mean, this was in 2015. iPhones and all that were a thing. Like, you could have just FaceTimed each other. Hey, you mind if we FaceTime? Boom, then you could find out, oh, you really are 12, or, oh, you know what I mean, though? Like, you didn't have to actually physically go see her. It's like this person that I was talking to, sort of, on LinkedIn. They found me, and they started chatting with me, and it was weird. But at the same time, I thought it was cool, because I was like, well, I don't know what this is right now. I don't know if you're real, if you're some kind of a scam thing. I don't know. But I was like, hey, if I found a new friend on LinkedIn, just by chance, that's kind of cool. So I was talking to them, but I was always on edge. I was weary because I didn't really know what the heck it was. It wasn't a kid situation either. It wasn't like am I talking to a 13-year-old? No, the person clearly was portraying themselves as like a mid-20s, low 30-year-old. So I wasn't worried in that regard. I was just on edge because I didn't know what they were all about. I didn't know if it was some kind of a scam or what. It was some supposed girl who, I don't know, was talking to me. Because she claimed that she had similar interests as what I do for work, and so she wanted to learn more, and then, like, I don't know, she started to become, like, a friend, but I just never knew what to think about it, so I always kept it on edge. I'd always answer her questions very vaguely to not give her too much information about myself, and I'd always try to pry on my end to find out about her, to see what the situation really was, and I never got that information I was looking for. And I even tried to call her sometimes and all that, and she wouldn't answer, and yeah. So I never really allowed it to get far, but still, it was a situation that I was very confused about. I even reported her account to LinkedIn just because I was like, I don't know if this is a scam or what the heck is going on. I don't remember if LinkedIn ever got back to me. I think they did, and they're like, oh, we don't see anything wrong. And I'm like, yeah, well, something seems off. I don't know. But the point is I would never meet up with her because I don't even know what she is. I don't even know if she really was a she. Could have been a guy just using a girl's picture as a profile thing as part of the scam. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is this dickhole is trying to use that excuse that I want to find out who it is. But it's like, there's ways to go about it. You pry. You do some due diligence on your part. You don't go and talk about all the sex stuff that you talked about and possibly dick pics that you sent and stuff.
Oh, I want to see if this person's real after I sent my cock.
Like, what?
I'm gonna come over fully strapped with Viagra just in case this is some kind of a scam.
So how long had you been corresponding with her?
Like 3 weeks.
Yeah, how'd you meet her?
A chat site.
What was that called?
Wire Club.
Wire Club? Is that, what is that? Is it,
It's
kind of a...
Man, I can barely hear this. It said something about they met on a chat site, and then he says what was the chat site, and he says it. I couldn't tell what it said. Fire or something it sounded like? Whatever it was, I never heard of it. If I did hear it, it'd be cool because I'd look it up right now just to learn more because I never heard of that. Fire. What did he say? Fire? Something? I don't know. I mean, I'm not into all that nonsense anyways, so I wouldn't know about it anyways, but I can barely hear this. Ugh, I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go. Holy crap, I've only done about 2 minutes, and my video is probably like 20 minutes. I added a lot of nonsense filler.
I think chat rooms, but I mean, I don't know if it's a hookup site because there's people there that are all over the
Have
world.
you talked to people before, girls, guys, or
Yeah,
on that particular site?
yeah.
Have you talked to younger girls before today, or in the last couple weeks, rather?
No, not that I know of.
And what was the interest in this particular girl? Let me back up a second. Are you married?
Lack of an answer. I was waiting for an answer to commentate on it. One thing, though, is it says that he talks to a lot of people on that website and then says that he asked, do you talk to other younger people? No, not that I know of. It's like, bro, you might as well just tell the truth. Yeah, you've talked to other young people. Like, you're being a dickhole as it is, acting like you're in the right here. You might as well just be like, yeah, I have. I mean, seriously, as Chris Hansen would say, you don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm going to talk to a 12-year-old. Like, to go down that path and actually go to meet up with them means you've at least talked to them before, possibly even met up with them before. I mean, Jeff is in his 40s. So that's, at least 20 years that he's had of experience being a weirdo and possibly meeting up with young girls. Or boys even, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know what's up with pedophiles always being gay. They always go after the boys. I'm not saying they should go after either, but it's one thing I always understand. Like the priests, why do they go after boys all the time? It's weird. Are priests all secretly gay and they just go after the boys because it's easier than men? I don't know. I mean, either way, it's wrong. I'm not saying they should go after the girls either, but you know what I'm trying to say, though? Like, it's just something I always wondered. They always go after boys. Anyhow, though. So, yeah, this dickhole. He's done this before. Oh, I don't think they're. Yeah, okay, fuckhead. You know what you've been doing. You don't just randomly out of nowhere, after you're, how old is he? 44, I think? You don't go through 44 years of life without ever doing anything like this, and then one day you're just like, I guess I'll talk to this 12-year-old and possibly try to fuck him. No, you've clearly, A, been thinking about this a lot, Jared Fogle, or B, you've actually been acting on it in the past, and now you finally got busted. I mean, think about it, too. He could have been doing this since the first stings. The first stings were in the early 2000s. He could have been doing it then. It's just, during those days, Chris didn't go to the Connecticut area. He went now, though, and now this motherfucker finally got busted. But that's pretty fucked up, too, when you think about it. Like, you always see these dirtbags getting busted, and, it just seems like just then and there. Oh, they got busted. Oh, they caught this weird guy. But then when you really stop and think about it, it's like, holy shit, like, that's all the guys that got, like, think of all the guys just Chris has busted. It's been, what, well over 100, right? Between TCAP, Hansen versus Predator, and that short operation he did, what was it, Have a Seat with Chris Hansen? Well over 100, possibly pushing 200. And that's just Chris. Well, just in the United States doing this. What about in Canada with their what some private vigilantes could be busting? And think about all the places that Chris wasn't where this was going on, and real girls and boys were being violated. And think about all the places in between TCAP and Hansen versus Predator where all these morons were doing this stuff. Even now, Hansen versus Predator's over. Now, so this is still going on. It's like, holy shit, like, that's a lot. Like, you don't really think about it when you're watching the show. But for it to be that easy for them to catch that many people, it's like, god damn, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there. And, like, think about some of these older ones, too. Like, someone like Richard Brault. He was 19, so he's just a rookie. But think about someone like this piece of shit right here. Fucking Jeff Sokol. 40-something years old. What is he, 44, 45? Somewhere in that range, I think. It's like, damn, like, this motherfucker's probably gotten a lot of kids. It's like, holy shit. Like, you don't think about that on the surface. You just see him getting busted now. But how many times has he done this before? Obviously, there's no way this is the first time. There's no way. because I almost feel like if you were going to be a pedo, you don't start this late in life. If you've gone this long, you're not going to just start. You know what I mean? Like, it's like me with drinking. I've never drank in my life. I've never been drunk. I've never had a beer that I could claim was mine. Nothing. And, you know, I'm 33 now. Like, I'm not going to start now. It's too late. I'm past that age. You know, if I was going to start drinking, that's something you do late teens, early 20s, not mid-30s. So I'm never going to drink. So that's the same thing with this. I feel like you're not going to go your whole life without being a pedo. And then all of a sudden, 45 years old, you're like, you know what? I want to fuck a kid. Like, no, this is something that happened years ago. And this motherfucker, that means he's been doing this for a while, possibly. And it's like, holy shit. Like, that's not something you think of. But damn, think about him. And then think about all the guys on TCAP that were older. You know? I mean, there's that one that had the sick fetishes, too. I forget his name offhand. He's dead now. He died. But he was the one with, like, the father-son weird-ass fetish. I mean, that guy was in his 60s. Think about how many he got. Or, was it Jean-Pierre Weary? He's one of the famous ones for having the way over-the-top outlandish story. But it's like, god damn, that guy was older, too. Like, how many kids did he violate before he finally got busted? And it's just like, man... You know what I mean? Like, this is fucked up. It's good that these guys got busted, but it's like, holy shit, what have they been getting along with all along? You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
You been married?
Yeah.
Divorced?
Yeah.
How long?
Like
10 years
10,
or
10,
more?
11 years, yeah.
Any kids?
No.
What was the reason for the dissolution of the marriage? Anything major issue with the ex-wife?
No.
Or she with you?
No, it was just a mutual breakup.
And how about dating and things since then? Do you have relationships? Have you had any recently?
Yeah, I mean, a few here and there, yeah.
What was the last one?
I mean, I had a short one over the summer, a couple months.
How old was she?
41.
The adult woman.
Yeah.
Have you,
All right, a couple notes here. One, I'm going to have to end this now. I don't want to, but I can barely hear this. This is way too hard to commentate on when I can't hear it. If you guys watch this and you actually like my commentary and you want me to do the whole thing, I'll do more to satisfy fans. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't do this anymore. I can barely hear this. Like, I have the phone right up to my ear and I can barely hear it. Like, when I say right up to it, I mean my ear is on the phone, and I keep thinking, I wonder if, like, I'm making this stuff show up with my ear, because it's so close. But, yeah, so, you know, if anybody wants me to continue on, I will. It'll be hard, but I'll do it for you guys. But for now, I can't hear this. But anyways, before I formally quit, one thing he was saying was, you know, he was asked if you're in any other relationships, and he said, yeah, I've had some on and off. And then he asked him, when was the last one? He said, oh, over the summer. So I'm just thinking, I don't know, I don't recall offhand when the Hansen vs. Predator sting was. I feel like it was like late September, early October, right? Is that when it was? I mean, well, yeah, right here, duh, October 3rd. That's the day he was arrested. Okay, yeah, so it was early October. So, that means it's fall, and he said he had a girlfriend for a brief sting 3 months over the summer, and it just makes me think, like, okay, one, I don't know when his chat log with this 12-year-old, this fake 12-year-old decoy was that HVP put up, but if it is long enough, it's like, what was he doing? Was he with somebody that's actually his age, or whatever he says she is or was? But he was talking with a 12-year-old on the side? Or, like, did this girl break up with him? And he's like, oh, I'll just go after a kid. Like, what was the chain of events that led from over the summer? I mean, technically, summer ends on September 22nd. That's the, what, equinox? Fall equinox, right? Yeah, the solstices are summer and winter, and then fall and spring are equinoxes, right? So that's when it is. First day of spring, September 22nd. So this is literally like a week and a half later, he's arrested. from when summer ended. Now, I'm sure when he says summer, he probably means the dead of it, but he said 3 months over the summer. So let's say standard months, that's June, July, August. So June 1st to the end of August, maybe, he was with her, which means then September goes by and October he's arrested. So, what does the, what, I don't even know what the question is I want to ask. Like, when did you start talking to a 12-year-old? Why did you start choosing to talk to a 12-year-old? Like, you just met up with this other girl who was your age. How did you meet her? Were you talking with other people online and then you met her? Did you meet her somewhere in person, like at a bar or something? Do you work with her? Why did that relationship fail? Is it because you're such a weirdo that she could pick up those pedo vibes and was like, eh? Or is it because you're such a douchebag that she was like, nah? Or... you know what I mean? Like, how does a relationship only last 3 months? Actually, yeah, that's another question. How does a relationship only last 3 months? How did you only last with her over the summer? Are you just that much of a piece of shit? Like, there's no way she was that much of a bitch because you're a fucking douchebag, so... or, I don't know. And then how do you go from that to a kid right after? Like, well, my relationship with someone my age ended, so time to go find a kid. And then, how do you find a kid and then want to go out and meet up with them so soon? Then again, though, like I said, he's in his 40s, so how long has he actually been doing this for? Oh, man, so many questions and so many, like, situations going on here. Man, fuck this guy, fucking asshole with his red flannel shirt. I'm not even trying to make fun of red flannels because that's something I would probably like to wear. But now this fucker ruined it. Anyhow, I gotta go, but there's one more thing I want to check out, so hopefully I find some information on that before I go. Look at this fucking asshole. I'll zoom in on this piece of shit. No, I wanted to look up some information on him, like what his jail sentence and stuff was. So we got aliases, Master of Puppets and Cecil the Lion. What were those, like his screen names? Affiliation, occupation, pizza enthusiast. Former auto Lyft driver. Ugh, imagine getting a ride from this piece of shit. 1, he's a pedo, and 2, he's a fucking douchebag. Marital status, formerly divorced, currently single. Yeah, currently a fucking sick ass wipe too, hopefully in jail. Date of birth, June 4, 71, Boston, blah, blah. You know, for somebody from Boston, I always thought of Boston people as wicked cool. Some kind of tough guy. And this guy's a fucking asswipe. You ain't no Bostoner. Fuck you. Fake Bostoner. Bitch. You're just from bitch Mass, not Boston Mass. Gender, male. Gender, fuckhead, you mean. Height, 5'9". Brown, black. Sokol offering a slice of pizza. Blah, blah. Fuck off. Why am I reading all this? I don't care. Actually, does this answer one of my questions? Let's see. Groomed what he thought was 13. Bailey had many creepy and sexual... yeah, I want to read his chat log, if I can find that. Yeah, who drives 2.5 hours to... oh, I just wanted to meet up and see if this was real. I'm going to drive 2.5 hours, though. Bitch, I don't like driving half an hour just to go to work. Never mind fucking 2.5 just for some... I was going to say something, but it sounds too weird when you're talking about a kid. I was going to say young, kitty cat. Ugh, it's fucking weird. Bust. He picked up a pizza and went to the house. He tried to hug Nellie, but she was rejected. The two chat for a while, discussing the pizza, their looks, and the marriage contract. God, this is much funnier when you listen to a weird synopsis of it. Jeff also takes Viagra, fucker. Door can be heard creaking in the hidden room, which startles Sokol. When Nellie leaves to investigate, Chris enters. Hey, dick ass, what's up?
Who are you?
It was the girl's father. During the interview, he was arrogant, cold, dismissive, and egotistical. Yes, he was the whole entire fucking time, even with the cop. He casually and loudly eats the pizza. What a piece of shit. He was pretty loud, though, sapping like a motherfucker. Bitch, shut the fuck up. He went on to offer a pizza, which politely declined. During the course of the interview, Chris declined it because he's like, bitch, we're going to have the whole thing anyways. You're not taking it with you. Marriage contract. Sokol was... oh, there it is. He was ultimately sentenced to 7 years and had to serve 30 months. What the hell is 30 months? 12, 24, 36. 12, 24. That's only 2.5 years. Oh, so after 2.5 years he could get out? Ugh, hopefully not. Fuck this asswipe. Give him the full 7 years. Actually, though, geez, 2015, he'd already be 5 years down. 6 years. Shit, that means he could get out next year? Yeah, 22. He could get out in October 2022. Next year, this fucking asshole can be out? God damn. 7 years flew by. He also had to register as a sex offender for 10 years and be on probation for the remainder of his sentence. For 10 years, is that after he gets out of jail, or is that the same time? Because that means he's only sentenced for a sex offender for 3 years after he gets out. Like, what the hell? Is that what his haircut looks like? Why does it look different? Did he have a hat? No. Oh, because he didn't have it all trimmed up. Man, he probably looks like even more of a fucking douchebag. He actually kind of looks like James Rutherford in this one. I guess pedos all look the same. The haircut. I just commented on his hair. Said it was different. It says his haircut. Fucking dickhead. Asshole. He was very unpopular with lawyers and went through 3 different turns. I wonder why. Is it because he's sweet and nice and very easy to get along with? Or is it because he's a fucking piece of shit who says,
I don't see what's wrong with me talking to a kid to try to fuck her. What the hell? Why am I even going to jail for?
Sokol was sentenced to 30 months, pleading guilty to his crimes of... Well, at least he pled guilty, fucker. It's about time he admit it. Even though it was probably just for the plea bargain. Of attempted second-degree sexual assault, attempted risk of injury to a minor, and enticing a minor by computer. Pointed out that the pill he took while he was in the sing house was not a sexual enhancement pill, but a cholesterol pill used for IBS. Oh, good. See, even your body hates you. You're such a fucking asshole. Your colon's like, bitch, deal with this shit. No pun intended. According to the lawyer, Sokol had suffered from IBS since high school, and this made him put on a mask. Sokol's lawyer stressed that Sokol is indeed a nice guy who has a job and is nice to his parents who accompany Sokol during court hearings. Nice guy? Yeah, okay. He sure seems it. He's a fucking prick. And I don't think a nice guy would be trying to fuck a 12-year-old. And also, speaking of that, isn't this motherfucker, like I said, in his 40s? He was born in 71, 81, 91, 2001, 11, 21. This bitch is 50 years old now. He was going to court with his parents? What are they, in their 70s? Bro, what the fuck? That's weird, kind of. Sokol's lawyer also stated the content for HVP broadcast on national TV. It says it was on national TV, but I thought True Crime Daily was only online, is it not? YouTube, etc. was not really how Sokol normally behaves, and that Sokol was humiliated not only from what was uploaded, but also from comments made about him. Yeah, fuck him. I'm still saying this. Fuck this fucking prick. Fuck you, dick ass. Piece of shit. Was not really how he normally behaves. Yeah, okay. If that's not really how he normally behaves, why was it so easy for him to act like a fucking douchebag the whole fucking time? I think he was faking afterwards to try to make things go a little bit better for himself after he was busted. Sokol had undergone a psychiatric exam in which electrical sensors were somehow attached... to his micropenis. And then he was then shown pictures of children. So, what? I don't know. Is this real? Is this real or is this a joke? Undergone a psychiatric in which, did they really put things on his dick and show him pictures of kids to see if he got aroused, or... I don't know. Sokol's lawyer stated he passed with flying colors. It was also said Sokol has learning disabilities. Fucker, good. I can call you a retard then, too. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, no fucking shit. And minor psychiatric issues, but does not have any major psychiatric issues, like schizophrenia. It's also noted he was a drinker and smokes pot. Yeah, he would be a fucking douchebag that doesn't. No wonder he wears flannel. Fucking moron. Minor psychiatric issues? So being a pedo is only a minor psychiatric issue? I meant that sarcastically if you didn't pick that up. Sokol's lawyer had weak arguments for the judge, at one time saying, but 100 years ago, Your Honor, the age of consent in the United States was 9. What the fuck? Then it was raised to 12, and then to 13, and then eventually to what it is today. which, this is Connecticut, so it's 16. I don't know why it ended as what it is today. He also said, so what he is being sent to jail for today was something that 100 years ago was not a crime. First off, that is a fucking retarded argument. God, this guy's a perfect lawyer for this fucking dumbass. That's the same kind of dumbass arguments this fucking retard was given for himself. 100 years ago, the age of consent in the United States was 9. First off, that's fucked up. Second off, what the hell are you worried about 100 years ago? The fuck? Then it was raised to 12. That's still fucked up. And then to 13. Still. He also said, so what he's being sent to jail for today. So how does somebody that went to college, passed the bar exam, and now is a full-time lawyer using that as a defense? How is it? What? First off, how are you using that as a defense? Oh yeah, something 100 years ago, that's fine nowadays. Being a pedo in today's standards wasn't a thing 100 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. There's a lot of other things you can use for that stupid argument if you want to then. Jeez. Second off, like, why is this motherfucker going so hard on a pedo? You're really trying to stick up for that? Are you secretly needing to be investigated too? Who's the judge? I mean, the lawyer. Who's this guy's lawyer? He sounds like he's stretching here. Like he might have some part-time hobbies as well that he's trying to cover for ahead of time. Unimpressed, the judge remains still-faced. Yeah, he better have. He must have been thinking, what the fuck are you telling me right now? When it was Sokol's turn to speak, all he said was, "Duh, I'm nice and I didn't do nothing wrong. I was there to talk." He blathered on about how nice he is. Fuck you. He then took a nosedive when he blamed the decoy for being flirty and inviting. What? Fucking idiot. He would do that. He became upset when the judge, while reading Sokol's sentencing, stated he was convinced that Sokol's evil plan was to get Bailey drunk and have sex with her. Get her drunk. I don't think he brought alcohol, though. No, he just brought pizza and orange juice, smart combination. Apparently exasperated, Sokol reacted by turning his head away and rolling his eyes. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's nice, though. Oh, what you saw on TV wasn't how he really is. Really? Because there he goes, being the same fucking douchebag, over here trying to say that it's the decoy's fault that he came over, and turning his head and rolling his eyes. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a nice guy. It was not mentioned in HVP, but Sokol didn't just bring pizza, but also vodka. Oh, there it is. Huh. Yeah, I only knew about the pizza and orange juice. So he did try to get her drunk. Fucking asshole. This just makes him more of a douchebag. Why the fuck? She's 12, you stupid ass. I mean, one, you shouldn't even be there to try to fuck her, but you're gonna get her drunk too? Fucking moron. Trivia. Sokol is often ridiculed for having a small penis as evidenced by his chat log. And he explains to the decoy that I'm not that big, but I know how to please a woman. Yeah, no you don't. You have no personality and you're a fucking tiny dick. You don't know what the fuck to do to a woman. The pizza restaurant he went to is called Planet Pizza. The series of investigation are mentioned in Scooby reviews, and some TCAP fans have reviewed it. Planet Pizza, however, is not found to being associated with Sokol or the show. I wouldn't doubt it. That probably sucks. Like, they have some press now and publicity, but it's like shitty publicity. Oh, great. We're the place that a fucking piece of shit went to, and then went to go try to fuck a 12-year-old. That's cool. According to Chris, his son Chase, who was working as a camera operator on the case, came up with the idea to convince Sokol to get food from Planet Pizza. Oh, you motherfucker. You ruined this poor restaurant. His face very frequently compared to that of television host Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, slightly. Jimmy Kimmel's a fucking piece of shit, too. I don't want to go on a tangent on this douchebag, but I hate Jimmy Kimmel, too. Jimmy Kimmel's some fucking prick who back in the day had some kind of weird smug air about him when he was a little bit of a husky dickhead with the Man Show and all that bullshit. Remember those days? And now he's trying to be like some hardcore liberal leftist. It's like, fuck you, you dumb traitor, ideology traitor, fucking moron. You're really a douchebag. Who you used to be is who you really are, you dumb fuck. Ugh. He has Deftones tattoos on his left forearm. Okay. Sokol is generally to amongst well-mannered and willing to bring dinner for his day. And as such is considered the antithesis to Joshua Cologne, who shows up this thing all the food just. I know, Josh was such a fucking prick.
I brought food only for myself, bitch. Fuck you. I don't give a shit if you're hungry.
Asshole. Hansen says in a post-production interview that Sokol offering him a slice of pizza was the first time anyone has done that. It is, I know. But then again, usually the stuff that is left behind, yeah, a lot of times it's, I don't know. That's it. I don't know how to explain this one. Yes, that's true. That is the first time that's ever happened. But at the same time, either A, it's like cookies or brownies that they have open or chips that they have open. So, like, why would the predator offer that to them when they're the one that put it out for the predator? And then B, the other thing is predators usually bring stupid shit like alcohol, or that one guy who brings Kit Kats. What is his name? John Adams Daniels or something. the arrested guy. But yeah, so anyways, that stuff gets confiscated right away. So they can't really offer it. This guy only had the opportunity to offer pizza because, one, he brought it, and two, he was such a fucking prick eating while Chris is talking to him that it kind of just opportunity presented itself. Anyhow, he was offered boxes of pizza by Gregory Stewart in the Orange County, New Jersey edition of To Catch a Predator. I don't remember that one. A recent AMA on Reddit revealed Jeff had been divorced for 10 years before the sting, and he was obsessed with sports, becoming depressed after not being able to find a job in sports management. He remained working as an insurance auditor despite it being an entry-level job that only had an annual salary of $40K. All of his friends cut contact with him after learning he was in the sting. Oh, good for his friends. Ditch this fucking piece of shit. You don't want to be associated with that. Ugh. Then it looks like you're okay with it, you know? Insurance auditor. What is that? That sounds like it's a decent job, but I don't know. Like, it makes me think an actuary, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's like an actuary's bitch. He also has OCD, which explains his excessive hand washing at the beginning of the episode. He lived in a small basement apartment at the time of this thing. Yeah, he probably did. Fucking loser. His parents' basement. No wonder they were at court with him. He tried changing his name to Sonny Derek Porter in 2018, but was denied by the courts. His court... Search on www.masscourts.org. What? Fucking asshole. Yeah, what? So you can start over? Good. I'm no longer Jeff Sokol. I can go try to look for a 6-year-old now as Sonny Porter. Is his name Jeff Derek Sokol at least? Or is this just a straight up full on new name? There was a lot of controversy surrounding the pill that he takes in front of Bailey at the Sting House. While taking it, he implies that it's for his IBS. This is later echoed during the trial by his lawyer. However, during his interrogation at the police station, he admitted to having Cialis in his pocket at the time of his arrest. Yes, he did. I knew that there was proof that he had Cialis, but for some reason in the court and himself, he claims it's for IBS. Mike Manzi has been interviewed by Joey's Teacup channel. Really? I didn't know that. That's something I want to listen to. And he puts Jeff Sokol on blast for his cocky attitude while incarcerated. When Joey revealed that Jeff attempted to use a marriage contract to groom the decoy, Manzi was lost for words and completely enraged by this revelation, calling it, "This is some Woody Allen status." Wait, were they in jail together? Well, they must have been, right? So was he a piece of shit even while in jail? God damn. Oh, but he's a nice guy. Okay. Really seems it. Related links. It's Jeff Sokol HVP uncut. Jeff Sokol original Crime Watch Daily cut. Police interrogation mirror and original PDF mirror. That's a little bit more on this fucking piece of shit. Fucking asshole. Look at him right there. James Rutherford. Fuck this asshole. There's a better one. Fucking dickhead. Alright, that's all I got. So until whatever comes next, thanks for checking this out. And I said see you then.